Hello and welcome to Arsenal Current, your daily destination for everything Arsenal. Arsenal's summer transfer window is heating up. In today's headlines, Barcelona's pursuit of Julián Álvarez takes a dramatic twist, Bruno Guimarães sparks fresh Arsenal speculation, Mikel Arteta targets another major signing, William Saliba's injury forces the Gunners into the market, and new arrival Christos Tzolis makes Premier League history before playing a single match for the club. You're watching Arsenal Current. Let's get straight into today's biggest Arsenal news. Barcelona's dream move for Julián Álvarez has suffered a huge setback. Despite already putting a €100 million offer on the table, new reports suggest the Spanish giants have almost no chance of completing the deal this summer. So, where does that leave Arsenal? Let's break it down. Alvarez has become one of the biggest names in this summer's transfer window. Barcelona remained determined to sign the Argentine striker, while Real Madrid reportedly made an eye-catching €150 million approach. Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain have also been keeping a close watch on his situation. However, Atlético Madrid have made their position crystal clear, pointing to his massive €500 million release clause and insisting that he is simply not for sale. Interestingly, Alvarez himself has publicly hinted that he wants a new challenge. Speaking after Argentina's World Cup victory over Austria, the striker admitted he has already spoken with Atletico officials and believes that a transfer would be the best outcome for everyone. He also revealed that joining Barcelona remains his personal dream, making it clear that he doesn't want to hide his ambitions any longer. Despite the player's wishes, respected Cadena SER journalist Miguel Martín Talavera believes Barcelona have only a 1% chance of signing Alvarez this summer. According to him, Atletico would reject offers of €100 million, €150 million, or even €200 million. For Arsenal, that could leave a small window of opportunity, especially since Atletico may prefer selling to a Premier League club rather than strengthening a direct La Liga rival. However, reports also suggest that Alvarez is not particularly keen on returning to England. With Alvarez under contract until 2030, Atletico Madrid remain firmly in control of the situation. Unless an extraordinary offer changes everything before deadline day, the Argentine is expected to stay in Madrid for another season. Arsenal continue to monitor elite attacking options, but for now, this blockbuster transfer appears increasingly unlikely. And speaking of Arsenal's transfer plans, our next story could have an even bigger impact on Mikel Arteta's squad. Arsenal may have already won the Premier League, but Mikel Arteta isn't slowing down. The Gunners are now preparing another major move in the transfer market, targeting a player valued at around £94 million. However, Liverpool are also firmly in the race, setting up another transfer battle between two Premier League giants. After finally ending Arsenal's 22-year wait for a Premier League title, Arteta is determined to keep his squad at the very top. Despite lifting the league trophy, Arsenal narrowly missed out on a historic double after losing the Champions League final to Paris Saint-Germain on penalties. That disappointment has only strengthened the club's desire to improve the squad even further this summer. One of Arsenal's biggest priorities is adding more creativity and attacking quality. While Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers remains a highly admired option, his enormous £94 million valuation has encouraged Arsenal to explore alternative targets. Even so, Liverpool are also monitoring the same player, meaning Arsenal could once again face strong competition in the market. Arsenal have already invested heavily over the past year, with last summer's spending helping deliver Premier League success. Now, Arteta wants to build a squad capable of dominating both England and Europe. Club officials continue to work behind the scenes, and more arrivals are expected before the transfer window closes. Arsenal's message is clear. Winning the Premier League is only the beginning. The club remains ambitious, determined to strengthen an already elite squad and compete for every major trophy next season. As the transfer window heats up, expect plenty more developments from the Emirates. And our next story focuses on another major Arsenal update you won't want to miss. Arsenal's busy summer transfer window could be about to deliver another blockbuster story. Reports suggest the Gunners are preparing a £70 million move for Newcastle United star Bruno Guimarães. But it's not just the rumours making headlines. His agent has now posted a mysterious message online that has sent football fans into a frenzy. The speculation intensified after Guimaraes' agent, Alexis Malavolta, shared a cryptic Instagram story. The image showed him standing on the front of a boat, appearing to take a phone call, with just 2 words accompanying the post: "Always working." While there was no direct mention of Arsenal or Guimaraes, many supporters quickly linked the timing to possible transfer negotiations happening behind the scenes. Despite the growing excitement, Newcastle United remain completely relaxed about the situation. Reports from sources close to the club claim Arsenal have almost no chance of signing Guimaraes for a fee anywhere near £70 million. Club officials reportedly see that figure as far below his true value and have no intention of entering negotiations on those terms. Arsenal's interest, however, appears to be genuine. Mikel Arteta is still looking to strengthen his midfield with more leadership, technical quality and Premier League experience. Newcastle's recent signing of highly rated youngster 𝑍𝒓𝒔𝒂𝒏𝒔𝒄 Bamba has also sparked fresh discussion, although the Magpies insist he is not viewed as a replacement for Guimaraes. Meanwhile, the Brazilian midfielder remains under contract for at least 2 more years, giving Newcastle complete control over his future. For now, there is no official bid and no transfer request from the player. But with Arsenal continuing to explore ambitious targets, this is a story worth watching closely. If the Gunners decide to test Newcastle's resolve with a serious offer, this could become one of the biggest transfer sagas of the summer. And next, we turn our attention to another major Arsenal update that's making headlines. Arsenal's transfer plans may have taken a dramatic turn. Following William Saliba's long-term injury, the Gunners have reportedly been offered Sporting CP defender Zeno Debast in a deal worth around £34 million. Could this be Mikel Arteta's solution at the heart of defence? Saliba suffered the injury while playing for France in the World Cup third-place playoff against England. Reports suggest the French defender will be sidelined for several months after deciding against surgery. Although Arsenal still have Christian Mosquera and Piero Hincapié available, there are concerns over defensive depth heading into the new season, making another centre-back a growing priority. According to reports from Court Offside, Sporting CP's Zeno Debast has been offered to Arsenal through intermediaries. The 22-year-old Belgian international is valued at around £34 million and is regarded as one of Europe's brightest young defenders. Standing 6'3" tall, Debast has impressed both in the Portuguese league and the UEFA Champions League with his composure, aerial dominance and intelligent defending. Debast is more than just a traditional centre-back. He's comfortable playing out from the back, confident under pressure and capable of carrying the ball into midfield. Qualities that perfectly match Arteta's tactical philosophy. His positioning, passing range, and ability to organise the defensive line make him an ideal profile for Arsenal's possession-based style of football. Arsenal have not yet made a decision, but Saliba's absence could force the club into action before the transfer window closes. At just 22 years old, Zeno Debast represents both an immediate solution and a long-term investment. Whether the Gunners move forward with the deal remains to be seen, but this is certainly one transfer story to keep a close eye on. And coming up next, we have another major Arsenal update you won't want to miss. Arsenal's newest signing, Christos Tzolis, has already made history before even kicking a ball for the club. The Greek international has joined a unique Premier League record alongside David Raya and Christian Norgard, an achievement that many fans believe could be a very positive sign for his future at the Emirates. Tzolis is now only the third player to make his Premier League debut against Arsenal before eventually signing for the Gunners. Interestingly, both David Raya and Christian Norgard followed exactly the same path and later became key members of Mikel Arteta's squad. Arsenal supporters will certainly hope history repeats itself once again. Tzolis first arrived in English football with Norwich City during the 2021-22 season. He made his debut in the EFL Cup by scoring twice and providing 2 assists in a stunning 6-0 victory over Bournemouth. Just days later, he made his Premier League debut at the Emirates Stadium against Arsenal. Although Norwich lost 1-0, the young winger showed flashes of his talent against Takahiro Tomiyasu on the defender's own Arsenal debut. David Raya and Christian Norgard share a remarkably similar story. Both made their Premier League debuts for Brentford in a famous 2-0 victory over Arsenal back in 2021. Raya later became Arsenal's first-choice goalkeeper and played a major role in the club's Premier League title success, while Norgard added valuable experience and depth after arriving at the Emirates. Their journeys now offer an encouraging blueprint for Tzolis. At just 23 years old, Christos Tzolis arrives in North London with plenty of potential and high expectations. Arsenal believe he can develop into an important player under Mikel Arteta, and supporters will be hoping this unusual Premier League record proves to be more than just an interesting statistic. With the Gunners continuing to strengthen their squad, the future certainly looks exciting. And finally, let's move on to our last story of today's Arsenal News Roundup. That's all for today's Arsenal headlines. Which story caught your attention the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily Arsenal news. Thanks for watching Arsenal Current. Until next time,